Hey everybody, this is Carla, and I'm back with another encouraging word. We're going to talk about when the Lord tests your faith. So, this morning the Lord led me straight to Job 1, 10, and 11. Have you not put a hedge of protection around him? This is Satan talking to the Lord. Have you not put a hedge of protection around him and his house and all that he has on every side? But put forth your hand now, remove it, and touch, destroy all he has, and he will surely curse you to your face. You know, the devil thought that he could break Job, but he had no idea just how much Job trusted the Lord. Oh, he tried to break him. He tested him. He did. He put him through all kind of things. And that's going to happen in life. But our faith and our trust is in the Lord. He is where our help comes from. Job had his doubts as the testing of his faith went on when he asked God what his sins were, that he would allow all his agony. But in the end, Job did not curse God. Job understood that God can do all things, and he does as he pleases. Job understood if God was testing his faith, there was a reason. God never does anything without a reason, and there will always be purpose that comes from our pain. And if you read the book of Job all the way through to the end, you'll see that God restored Job's fortunes to twice as much as before when he prayed for his friends. When he prayed. God also blessed the latter days of Job more than his beginning days. You know, sometimes the Lord's going to test our faith, and he's going to allow us to go through some things. It's just refining us to get us ready for what else he has for us. He has to separate the wheat from the tares, okay? The real people from the fake people, okay? You're either going to have faith and trust in the Lord, or you're not. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. We can doubt. You know, we're going to have times of doubting. But in the end, you have to decide, are you going to trust him or not? He needs to know who's going to be faithful and who's going to trust him, or who's going to run from him when times get tough. And now, as I was talking to the Lord this morning, I was spending time with him, and I was like, you know, I don't ever want to be that one that abandons him. Or am I going to be like Job, you know, and stick to him and remember how faithful he is? Or am I going to abandon him when times get tough? So far, I have clung to my faith, and I have run towards the Lord during difficult times. But in the back of my mind, I know that I could one day run from the Lord if I don't keep my eyes and my focus on him and his goodness. I have to remind myself of all the things he's rescued me from and all the blessings he has bestowed upon me, so that I never forget who it is that I'm putting my faith in. He's the creator of all creation. Okay? He's the one. If you don't trust anybody else in your life, he's the one that you can trust to always be good and always be faithful. He had plans for me before I was knitted in my mother's womb. He's the one who has plans to prosper me and not to harm me. He's the one who says I'm precious in his sight. He loves me, he cherishes me, and he treasures me. And I remind myself of that all the time. As long as I keep my eyes on him, I'm going to pass the testing of my faith. So let me just encourage you today to thank him for all that he's done for you, to draw you closer to him, helping you to trust him even when your faith is being tested. Look, it's okay to doubt. The Lord knows that we're human beings. I have doubts sometimes. I was driving home one night last week from work, and I had a whole meltdown in the car where I was just crying out to the Lord, and I just had lots of questions for him, and I told him I didn't understand. He knows that. He expects us to do that. We're human beings. He gave us those feelings. But he gives us the free will to choose to run to him during the testing of our faith, or to run away from him. Today, I hope that you'll run to him, that you'll cling to him. I know it's hard. I know it's hard sometimes. I know time gets really tough. Life gets tough sometimes. Just run to him and let him wrap you up in his arms. Today and every day, Be encouraged. Bless others. Hold on to hope. Believe in God's promises and trust in the Lord always.